Hello, welcome to Liz Rocks and Stuff. I'm Liz, and new logo. Who dis? Not that anybody notices or it matters, but got a new logo. It's really cool. Thanks so much. Crazy Cow. This is crazy Mexican crazy agate, lace agate. I will learn to talk today, I swear. And Mookite. Got that one right. And this is currently in stage 1, still going to be in stage 1. These are agates and jaspers. They can just take a long time to smooth enough for me to move them on. I tend to get fairly impatient with them and kind of move things on that maybe I shouldn't, but that's me. I'm not alone in that. So we're just going to do a really quick sorting here. And eventually I am going to bring back my second camera angle and do the sorting with the second camera angle. I think that that's a better quality thing to do, but I'm not there yet. Anyway, so did a quick sort through on everything. There's a lot of room left in the barrel, so we're just going to dump in the rest of the Mookite. There's just a couple pieces in there. And then the rest of the lace agate didn't want to all come out. And then I don't remember if I put any more in here. I think I just left it there. Yeah. So fill this up. Borax, stage 1 grit, and this is ready to move on for another week. And in case anybody is curious or wondering, Momo is still fine. Week later, he's fine. So crisis averted with that one. He is a classic orange cat, by the way. Just anybody's ever had an orange cat, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Bam Bam. This is the 2 big rocks in here are river rock from my rock beds that I'm shining up. Those are the only rocks in here I really care about. The filler is aquarium gravel. So I'm not happy with the progress that this is making, and I feel like there's too much of the gravel in here. So I am now going to just grab a bunch of smaller rocks from my river beds, or my rock beds, and throw those in there. And then put a little less of the gravel. Not a whole lot less, but just a little bit less. But don't worry, that gravel is not going to go to waste. So we're now going to fill this up with water. This is now going to get borax and 3 tablespoons of stage 1 grit. And I, for some reason, decided to add water after I'd put the grit in and forget that my hose is really strong, and it just sprayed that grit everywhere. So we're just going to pretend that that didn't happen and move along. It did make a bit of a mess that I did have to clean up, and I was fumbling with the nut for some reason. We're just going to move on. Shungite. Shungite is now currently in stage 2, moving into stage 3 this week. We are still collecting the grit to make the ink. This video is going to take a while to produce because I've got to wait for all of this stuff to dry out. I may not wait entirely for it to dry out, but I do need to come up with a way to try to get the silicone carbide out of it. If I can't, it's fine, but yeah, so that's what I'm working on now, is reserving the grit that I can, or the slurry that I can, and trying not to have it too contaminated with grit. So this is in stage 2. I'm going to put it through a soap cycle. I did need to clean off that strainer a bit more, but we're going to put in some ivory soap, let this go for a few hours. This cleans up pretty quickly. I know I've said it before, after a grit cycle, you can see how black and covered in stuff my hands are. It's not like that after the soap cycle. So the soap cycle for this is very, very necessary. You have to get all of that extra grit and rock dust off. Not reserving this slurry because there's just, I don't know what I'd do with it. It's mostly soap. So we're just going to dump that out, rinse these off. You can see these have a lot of character to them. Once they're dry, you'll see, like I've said before too, these are not going to get shiny. They do get a little tiny bit of a sheen. Like if you've ever seen dried your rocks off after stage 3, that's kind of where they end up. Is just that little tiny bit of a sheen. They're not totally matte. But they do look really cool, and they have some little gold veins running through them. I do really like this stuff. I've tumbled it before, and I just still really like it. So this is going into stage 3. So that was a tablespoon of borax, 3 tablespoons of 3 pre-polish, and then this is ready to move on. And now Leviathan. This is the last of my sea jasper and my dragon bloodstone. So this is going to get poured out. And again, These rocks are hard. They tend to take a while to shape. So I'm not expecting these to be done anytime soon. We're going to give them a good rinse and do a sorting on them. And again, at some point I just get tired of tumbling these. So I'm going to put some of these in the done cup that maybe I wouldn't at another time. I don't know. How I know what to move things on just really depends on my mood at the time that I'm sorting my rocks. And I could look at the same rock 10 minutes apart and make a different call on it. That's just how I am. Anyway, so I got those sorted out, and I'm out. I don't have any more of the bloodstone or the sea jasper, so we're going to put in the gravel as a little bit of filler. That's a river rock. And then I have some mixed rocks that I just keep to add for filler. And then that's that. So this is getting a tablespoon of borax, 3 tablespoons of stage 1, and these are ready to go on the tumbler for another week. So, yep, that's been my week. This video feels like it was a bit rough, but thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all back next week.